Lightning Rod is regarded as one of the best RMC coasters and one of the best roller coasters in the entire world. It gained popularity as the first and only launched wooden roller coaster, but it's also one of the most problematic roller coasters in the world. Why? Well, I'll give you a few examples. When it first opened on June 13th, 2016 at Dollywood, it was supposed to open way earlier that year on March 24th, quite a bit earlier than its actual opening date. But its launch malfunctioned way too many times to open at that time. So that's already one strike for Dollywood's Lightning Rod. Enthusiasts and GP alike agreed. This could possibly be one of the best roller coasters in the world once it did end up opening. But with this being a first-of-a-kind coaster that may have been a little too innovative for its own good, it came with some problems. Linear synchronous motors, or LSMs, used magnetic forces to boost the train up the ride's left hill. Mixing this with a wooden track does not work out well. Steel track is more durable and doesn't have to be retracked often. It's a lot more stable and capable of reaching higher speeds and way more compatible with launches. Wooden coaster tracks have way more wear and tear, so when you're riding a steel or wooden coaster that's been around for at least a little while, which one will most likely be rougher, the steel or the wooden? Most likely you were thinking of wooden, and that's the case with Lightning Rod. While yes, RMC is known for creating great and smooth hybrid roller coasters, this ride started out as a complete topper track woody. And with the amount of stress being put on the track with the launch and incredible pacing of this ride, the track got old, beaten up, and extremely rough very on. It became a major meme about its downtime and how it was a rare opportunity to get on it. The ride would rarely operate and would have to be closed for extensive periods of time in order to sort out the issues that the ride had. The most notable examples of the ride's downtime was 5 days after it opened. It was shut down for a few days, and then it opened on June 22nd, 2016 once again, but not to its full capacity. Finally, in September of that very same year, it reopened to its full capacity. In July 2018, it closed for maintenance once again until October of 2018. I think it would be a pretty good inference to make that the park was fed up with the infamous coaster by this point. For the people who did ride it though, enthusiasts specifically claimed that it was one of the best roller coasters that they've ridden. And finally, in September of 2020, Lightning Rod closed for the rest of that season, and later on, Dollywood officially announced that they would be putting iBox track on a lot of the ride. For those of you who don't know, iBox track is what Rocky Mountain Construction, the manufacturer of Lightning Rod and many other notable rides, uses for their hybrid coasters. So the track is steel and the supports are made from other old wooden roller coasters. This was a ground-up coaster though, it didn't have a previous existing structure. And the launch would also be slowed a little bit with addition to the iBox track. This caused some major uproar in the enthusiast community because although the ride would be smoother, it would lose its classic wooden coaster charm, and since the launch was being slowed, the pacing of this ride would also suffer. Overall, it would be better for the park to maintain and not have as many issues as it did once before. Now don't get me wrong, this ride still has its quirks, but ever since reopening as a now hybrid coaster in March of 2021, the ride has been regarded as less intense, but indeed smoother than how it once was. Dollywood is a family park, and an insane launched wooden hybrid roller coaster isn't the best fit in the first place. Now many enthusiasts, including me, aren't really complaining that Dollywood added this major coaster in the first place, but young families probably wouldn't go for a coaster like this, which just makes a quote-unquote failure of this ride even worse for Dollywood. So don't get me wrong, this looks to be one of the best coasters out there, and although the title was kind of misleading, it probably encapsulates how Dollywood executives may feel with their decision. So what do you guys think? Was Lightning Rod good for Dollywood, or was it a failure for the park? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.